Hey guys, I hope everybody's having a fantastic day, whether you're watching this in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. I'm just glad you're here. Real quickly, I want to give a shout out and say thank you to all the channel members. Thank you, and thank you to anyone who comes in, who checks out my knife, my EDC content. I really appreciate it. So today I've got a pretty cool one to talk to you about, to share with you, to show to you, and just kind of give you my thoughts on it. This is the Vosteed Mini Acorn. Now, the Acorn is a knife that I have not yet experienced, but it is a larger size of this Mini Acorn. And I think this little knife, in terms of a simplistic, very functional, ergonomical cutter, is a great little knife. I have a hard time finding fault with a lot of Vosteed knives. Now, subjectively, everybody's going to like different styles, and I totally get that. To me, this is kind of a fifth pocket carry or a slight duty carry, package opening, you name it, just a little cutter, right? It's a smaller knife, small or medium, I would say. That's Christine Women Carry Knives, small, medium. This particular one is in, I believe, black G10 with a black washed 14C 28 blade. You've got a lanyard hole that is accented on this particular model in gold. And on the pivot, you've got also matching gold clip or gold ring. So I think it looks attractive. It's a good looking little knife. There's absolutely no blade play, no lock rock on this little liner lock. It is very light and very ergonomical. So for my hand, when I hold this knife, the choil is really part of the grip, right? And I think if you're going to have a bigger hand, that lanyard might come in handy if you're looking for a little more tail. And I'll get you some dimensions here in a second, but to me, this knife is an absolute, just a fit. It fits my hand very well. I can get a full 4-finger grip on it in a lot of different ways. Get some paper out. And I know cutting paper isn't a testament to what this knife will do. But again, I think I've told you guys on my channel, what I like to do is tell you how knives make me feel. I'm not a hard use knife guy in most cases. I'm an urban EDC guy. So I can appreciate a lot of the same things, but I'm not looking at edge retention. I'm not looking at how many feet of rope. There's some fantastic reviewers out there like Stasa. I think Duty does some cut tests. That's just not really me, right? I cut the way I think probably a lot of us cut. I love to get into packages. I love to use my knife to get into cat food, whatever I'm doing, right? I'm gonna have to open packaging, different types of things. But this is a great little slicer. Very pokey, very much kind of a spear point, maybe a drop point. I look at that kind of as a chody or a chubby little spear point, but I think it looks great. It feels fantastic. You've got the contoured G10 scales. You've got fantastic access to this steel liner lock. I'm not crazy that it's silver. I guess it kind of has to be, but with everything being blacked out, I'd like to have seen that blacked out too. I just think it would make it more appealing. Granted, it doesn't do anything. It's just subjective, right? But you've got this thumb hole, middle finger flicking hole, and then you've got a top flipper. The jimping is a little bit, it definitely catches your finger, but it's kind of spread out jimping. But there's absolutely no issue with opening. Whoops, as I fail it. I almost fail it again. There's no issue actuating this knife from the front. You've got this nice little divot here. Your jimps go up and actually turn. You've got one last jimp here at the top, which just really makes for a snappy deploying knife. Pretty much drop shut. running on ceramic bearings, which should be no surprise. Deep carry steel clip, standoff, and a stop pin there. The sharpening choil is good. It's decent. It could be better, but that's just, you know, subjective. I think it'd be nice if that plunger was moved back a little bit, but it's absolutely fine. I'm trying to see where that stop pin hits it. Yeah, the stop pin's moved plenty forward enough to where that wouldn't become a problem. I don't think you ever need to do anything to a little budget knife like this, because this knife's going to come in under 50 bucks. I want to say it's 49, somewhere right around there. I haven't seen it on any sales yet where it's, you know, falling much below that, but I think it was just released. But I think for a $50 knife, this is a great little user. I like the way it carries. It goes in and out of pocket very easily because you've got that steel clip, nested liners, but very minimal liners. So that keeps the overall weight down. So let's do a couple of quick size comparisons on this guy. And we will start with the Sandvik Baby Banter. And you'll see that the Mini Acorn is a good bit larger than the Sandvik Baby Banter. And next to the Benchmade Bug Out, we can tell it's a good bit smaller than the Bug Out. So let's break out the Javon tape measure. And let's learn that it is 6 inches long with a, 2.5 inch blade with a 2-inch cutting area and an inside grip. I'm going to measure it from right here to right here. So you're looking at, I'm going to say it's over 3 3/4, but you've got a healthy 3 3/4. Now this inside grip is going to come in right at about 3 inches from here to here. But again, your finger can fall anywhere here. So I look at the dimension. You've got a comfortable 3 3/4 to work with right there. Let's look at what we've got with our blade stock. What's going on with it? .1170. The handle right under 1/2 inch at .4750. And behind the edge thickness, .0175 roughly. Now, it is very light, which is again why I think it makes for a good EDC knife, good city EDC knife, good light use EDC knife. Just a basic functional design that rides well in the pocket, feels good in the hand, and cuts very well. 2.75 ounces. So that's right within our inch and ounce. Yeah, 2.5 inch blade, a little bit higher than that, but I don't see that to be any kind of issue whatsoever. I like the dark pivot. I like the look of the knife. I think, like most Vosteeds that I've experienced, I don't want to say all Vosteeds that I've experienced so far, it's well done. It's well put together. I think they're using quality materials. I think the fit, the finish, the action is great. This is the copy that I got that Vosteed sent out to me to check out, and it's just really good. I don't have any issues with this little knife. The one thing that it's done is it's piqued my interest and makes me curious what that full-size Acorn's like. You guys leave a comment if you've got a full-size Acorn or if you've used it. I would think it would be just a really nice knife. But this Mini Acorn by Vosteed is fantastic. I will link it below. And again, guys, I appreciate you checking it out. I appreciate you taking the time to check my channel out. Just checking it's perfectly centered. Trying to give you some looks of that G10. Lightly textured, nicely contoured. Nice little divot there in the pivot, captive pivot. Really nice little knife, guys. So this is the Vosteed Mini Acorn, coming in about 49 bucks. I'll leave a link down below. I appreciate each and every one of you. All I ask is please, well, I'd say please hit the subscribe button and the bell notification, but mainly, please look out for the guy or gal to your left, look out for the guy or gal to your right, look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose to bait, not hate. I love you all. Peace.